From our studios at number 3 Mama Street Brookfields in Freetown. Hello and welcome to the National News File here on Star Television Network on Channel 21. I am Hassan Kuruma. First, the headlines. The management of Rokel Commercial Bank has on Friday, July 12, 2019, officially handed over a newly built multi-amphitheater for students of the Milton Mariah College of Education, Congo Coast campus in Freetown.
So we believe that the story coming from Milton Mariah is a positive story. It is sufficient for you as students to come by there, think together, and put together policies and strategies that help shape tomorrow for Sierra Leone.
The presidents of the German non-governmental organization World Hunger Life, Male Thima, and Vice President Von Braun, currently visiting Sierra Leone to get first-hand information about progress and challenges in project implementation in support of local councils and private sector.
Leone is an example for the work we are doing in about 40 countries all over the world.
The Faculty of Hotel, Tourism, Nutrition Science, Hospitality and Innovation Department of the Milton Mariah College of Education and Technology Brookfields campus has been an exhibition and modeling of fashion design by students at the college campus in Freetown.
Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that education is happening in this country. This time is not lip service.
Mr. Usman Kanu, an employee of the Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation, has declared his intention to run for the paramount chieftaincy in Tianka Topo Makamasa Foko chiefdom.
If you ask me, I have divided my activities into short and long term.
All these stories making the National News File. Those were the headlines, and now for the news in full. The management of Rokel Commercial Bank has on Friday, July 12, 2019, officially handed over a newly built mini amphitheater for students of the Milton Mariah College of Education, Congo Coast campus in Freetown. The gesture, according to the managing director of Rokel Commercial Bank, Dr. Konda Walton Gilpin, he said it's to complement government's effort in building the human capital that will help students to generate their constructive ideas for the growth and development of students. Here is the report.
We're going to call some time back to be able to help out with what we see right here. We had a quick think about it. And we thought, okay, look, there are things we need to do in this economy, there are things we need to do in the country. But we're not comfortable sitting down in a corner and looking at the air conditioner, looking at the nice walls in our building. We thought we have the generation to help. And the generation of students are the ones who are going to lead tomorrow. And we believe that if you have a structure that is convenient enough for you to sit down and think, for you to sit down and put your ideas together, for you to sit down and begin to design policies for Sierra Leone that will help you on this campus to grow. We met with the dean, we had a conversation also with the executive, Mr. Principal, thank you very much. And also we believe that the story coming from Milton Mariah is a positive story. It is sufficient for you as students to come by there, think together, and put together policies and strategies that help shape tomorrow for Sierra Leone, help shape tomorrow for the next generation, help shape tomorrow for yourselves, help shape tomorrow for the children of tomorrow. And that's what you do in that room. Think positively, construct your ideas, make sure you grow in your intellect, and you make sure intellectual decay does not occur. Because in that room are going to be policymakers, in that room are going to be teacher leaders, in that room may be the next president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Because why? You're going to give your punch to the air and say, yes, we can do it.
I want to thank you on behalf of the College Council for the support that you provided to my students and to me. The structure that you've supported the construction is going to show the seriousness of the administration. So I am happy. And I want to take this opportunity on behalf of College Council and the entire administration to say thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Please convey our appreciation to the Board of Trustees and management of Rokel Commercial Bank. These are gifts that some of us will not take lightly. For somebody today, with all the difficulties, to spare that huge amount of money to support your institution, I don't take that lightly. I want to thank you because you are bringing a place for my students to have recreation.
And I want to say that since my ministry is the ministry that is supervising Milton Magai College, we're here to give you the support. And I am deeply gratified for what I saw out there, and hopefully we hope and pray that you will utilize the facilities for the intended purpose. And I want to say that since my ministry is the ministry that is supervising Milton Magai College, we're here to give you the support. And I am deeply gratified for what I saw out there, and hopefully we hope and pray that you will utilize the facilities for the intended purpose. As a lecturer, I like to give advice. And so, because there are two things that we're going to do out there. We're going to cut the tape on the hall out there, and also the mini amphitheater. But I want to ask you a simple question. What is it that you are going to use those facilities for? Now here is a suggestion to you. It's a rhetorical question. All right, so the suggestion is that, the very first thing is that, please, I want to ask you to use that place for a place of reflection. You want to go there and reflect. One of the biggest problems we have in Africa, particularly here in Sierra Leone, those of us who have been blessed to go overseas and study there and came back, is that they have specific areas where you can go, beyond the library, where you can go and reflect. And the second thing is that they have a place where you can go and cool off when you are aggravated by maybe academic work. You could go and cool off. And then the third reason why you have to use the place is the place will also serve as a rendezvous, as a meeting point for strategic discussion. So we want to see that you utilize that place even for mini debates. Debates not for elections, but debates on academic stuff. We want you to be discussing academic issues there, not national politics, because this is what is dividing us in this country. All right, let us come together.
The president of the German non-governmental organization Welt Hunger Live, Malet Thima, and Vice President von Braun, currently visiting Sierra Leone to get first-hand information about progress and challenges in project implementation in support of local councils and private sector to support communities in their economic livelihood. Here is more on this story.
I'm just elected as a president, and I'm very much interested to learn about the engagement of Welthungerhilfe in Sierra Leone as an example for the work we are doing in about 40 countries all over the world. For my opinion, the Sierra Leone projects are fighting hunger in a very bottom-down, bottom-up process. And we have various projects on the agricultural side and the WASH idea to improve hygienic circumstances for the people, to fight hunger from that side of the reasons of hunger. And we are looking as well for the situation of civil society organizations here to ensure that people can develop their life perspectives by themselves. The second goal of the Sustainable Development Goals to fight hunger, and that means to prevent hunger by illness and sicknesses, and to create value chains from the agricultural side up to the kitchen side to the dishes of the people, and to have a variety of nutrition that empowers people to be healthy and powerful for their lives.
The Faculty of Hotel, Tourism, Nutrition Science, Hospitality and Innovation Department of the Milton Magai College of Education and Technology, Rufus Campus, has on Wednesday, 10 July 2019, made an exhibition and modeling of fashion design by students at the college campus in Freetown. with the theme New Dimension of Creative Practical Arts, Innovation World. George Elliott Sam was there and filed in this report.
The Faculty of Hotel, Tourism, Nutritional Science, Hospitality and Innovation Department of the Minty Magai College of Education and Technology, Brookfields campus, has on Wednesday the 10th of July 2019 made an exhibition and modeling of fashion design by students at their Brookfields campus in Freetown with the theme New Dimension of Creative Practical Art in the Innovation World. The Vice Principal, Dr. Muhammad Ali Jallo, commended the students for their creativity and also for organizing the exhibition and modeling of fashion design, which they have done. He went further to state that, as an institution and vying to become a technical university, this is what they have to engage in, and also to promote the creative and practical arts industry in the country.
If we have to go technical university, everybody has to do something. And this is what exactly what Brookfields has done today. Since my boss is here, the director of TVET, I want to report to him that what we brought from Kenya, we have started to implement. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that education is happening in this country. This time is not lip service. Madam Dean of Campus, thank you for putting this together. Mr. Luz, you do us proud. Students, I'm so very proud of you. I don't need to offer another speech here. We have already had enough of it. Today, the emphasis is not on what you say, but what you can do. It is the talk and do. And you are going to do the talk and do. We are proud of you, and we hope that those who are coming after you will emulate your good examples.
While giving the welcome note address, the head of Department, Hospitality and Innovation, Dominic Ruiz, said the department is making strive to see that students of the Minty Magai College of Education, when graduate, they should not go and look for job, but they should be a job creator for other people. He further stated that as technical institution, this is what they are meant for. They want to be the frontliner in the tech folk industry in order to enhance the middleman power in the country.
The Hospitality Innovation Department was created to invest in the middle-level manpower for technical building. Currently, the department's main aim is to support the President's agenda for quality education by handling the creative practical arts in schools, colleges, of the society in general, especially now that globalization is taking over and the cultural practices are gradually fading out. It may interest all to note that because of this passion for innovation, creative training and technical art, the President has also created a whole department for innovation in the office of the President.
While giving a statement, the acting dean of campus, Alima Jumu, said the Brookfields campus was once the Cinderella of the Minty Magai College of Education, but they are making strive in order for it to become an enviable to the other campuses across the country, and call on the administration, the government and other stakeholders in the tech folk industry for them to give power to the Brookfields campus so that they will be able to train more young people for them to become self-reliant.
The curriculum of the various courses offered in this campus support the President's agenda for quality education. And one way this can be achieved is by rekindling creative practical arts in a more innovative way in schools and colleges. And that is what the Innovation Department is working towards. Creative practical arts, we have known it before. But now we want to do it in a more innovative way. Make it more attractive. Because before now, parents, we say they don't want their children to go to the practical art department because they look very low upon it. But now we are going to make it in a more innovative way, in a more creative way, to make it more attractive, so that students can go into these areas and make themselves very successful in society. We are here today to witness the first exhibition of the department, where they will show off some of what they do. There is more in store, and with the appropriate support from all the stakeholders, the department and the campus as a whole can do more, especially putting the TVET program in Sierra Leone on the map. Thank you very much.
Other speakers made a contribution towards the strive which the students have taken. The program was clamored by showcasing the creative design by students and lecturers of the institution. For Star News in Freetown, George Elliott Sam reporting.
You're still watching the National News Bulletin file here on Star Television Network on Channel 21. And now, Mr. Usman Kanu, an employee of the Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation, has declared his intention at a well-attended ceremony to run for the paramount chieftaincy in the Tianka Tupu Makama Safroko Chiefdom in Putloko District. Alfie Barry has more on the story.
This is how the people of Rubaka village, Tainkatapo, Makama Safroko Chiefdom, Putloko District, welcomed Mr. Usman Kanu, an employee of the Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation. The ceremony commenced with a charity at the residence of Mr. Usman Kanu, where a cow was slaughtered and the Holy Quran read. The next proceeded to Magberi, another village a kilometer away from Rubaka, where the region chief Pa Almami Kagbo resides, to formally declare his intention, as it has always been a tradition that any individual who has the interest in any traditional position to make their intention known.
If you ask me, I have divided my activities into short and long term. The short term will be the road project. As you can see, even the vehicle that you were in yesterday coming here, it was very, very hazardous coming down here. The road project is going to be my short term project, followed by the educational sector, because there are many teachers here that are not on the payroll. They do not have PIN codes and they are suffering. Also, I would like to look at the medical sector, because for the whole chiefdom, they only have 2 satellite clinics that are far apart. That's the short term. The long term, I will now enter into agribusiness, because as you can see, there are too many forests here with no cash crops except those of our domestic farming they are doing. And with domestic farming, you are only trying to age yourself early. You will not make it while doing domestic farming. And that's the reason why most of these people are looking at me as somebody that they could entrust their future on. And these are my plans, including the cost-cutting issues. Work with Ministry of Agriculture, work with Ministry of Education, work with the councils, because you know our governments have devolved their function to the councils. So as a chief elected one like myself, I will be able to interact with the council well to see how we can bring projects, implement them, monitor them, and move this chiefdom forward.
When responding to Mr. Usman Kanu, the region chief Pa Almami said he is happy to welcome Mr. Kanu, and furthered that Mr. Kanu has always been an ardent supporter of development in the chiefdom, that he has always stood with the chiefdom in times of difficulty, but cautioned that there are other candidates who are equally contesting for the said position, and that his role is not to support individual candidates, but rather he must play an independent and impartial role. When addressing his supporters in a well-attended and febrile atmosphere, Mr. Usman Kanu recounted the role his father played in bringing development to the chiefdom and promised to continue the legacy of his father. But what are his plans in tackling the lingering challenges that has plagued the chiefdom for a very long time?
In the first place, my father, that was known as Almami Baru Kanu, was working for the Sierra Leone Produce Marketing Board in the 50s, 60s, 70s before he resigned. But he was born in this chiefdom and he served as councillor during those periods. He was able to construct roads, bridges, brought in a lot of social activities within the chiefdom, and as a young boy, he will normally tells me when I am away, at any time there are chieftaincy activities at Tinkatopo, you should make yourself available to contest for my own throne, and that's the Kanu rule in the house. I'm just trying to complete the legacy of my father, because since he's the pioneer of road projects in Tinkatopo. He also built bridges when he was serving as councillor, and even after he retired from work, The bridge that you enter through from Robert is built by him after he had resigned from work. Part of his benefit he invested in that bridge. So you can see how that guy was. He was very humble. He was somebody that likes community development. And I am also taking his footpath. Like you rightly said, I want to complete the legacy of my father.
Whosoever wins this Paramount Chieftaincy election has clearly got his work cut out for them. The date for the election is yet to be announced. For Star News, Alfie Barry reporting.
Viewers, from that's all we have time for in our national news file here on Star Television Network on Channel 21. With me, Hassan Kouma. Thanks for watching and do stay with us if you can.